Under dim light, so as not to contaminate the sample, researchers cut frozen sediment in a journey through time to an ecosystem of the past.
We're trying to learn more about what that environment was like, what the climate conditions were like at that time, and use that information to understand how sensitive the Greenland ice sheet may be to melting under human-caused climate change in the future.
Andrew Christ is one of the researchers at the Ice Core Archive in the University of Copenhagen's Niels Bohr Institute. At this library, samples like the one he cut through earlier sit on shelves awaiting study. The frozen, muddy sediments once lay nearly 1.5 kilometers beneath the Greenland ice sheet. U.S. scientists drilled them out in the 1960s as part of an effort to establish a military base there. Experts say those deep samples are the only ones worth studying.
All the meteorological measurements and atmospheric measurements humans have done in the last 100 years or so are already influenced by climate change that is human caused. So if we want to see the natural state of climate and natural variability, then we need to go way, way further back in time.
The Niels Bohr Institute's Bo Wittner is part of the international team of scientists using a technique called luminescence dating that reveals when minerals last had direct sunlight. Along with other readings, it could show previous temperatures when the Greenland ice sheet previously melted away. Initial results from 2020 suggest that happened in the past million years. Christ says as scientists, it's their job to give the world a guiding playbook.
This is how the Earth works. If you add too much carbon to the atmosphere, it's going to get too warm, you're going to melt the ice sheets, you're going to change weather patterns, and it's going to make life very difficult for us as humans. Or we can look towards a different path with less carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and a future that is not as uncertain and difficult for us.
Laid end to end, the frozen samples here would stretch more than 20 kilometers. Researchers keep them constantly chilled in freezers at negative 30 degrees Celsius. According to a study published in 2020, Greenland lost a record amount of ice in 2019, yielding enough water to cover California under 1.25 meters of water. It is estimated that if all of that ice were to melt, sea levels would rise by more than 6 meters. Arash, Arabasadi, VOA News.